It's Friday morning. One more night to go this week, and my work week is done. I've had, well, you can find out what kind of night I had by watching the taxi vlog. But I have just finished eating. I have some nice clean water, cleanse my palate, and I'm going to try something here that I haven't tried yet. I was at the Whiskey Festival in January, and they had they had tomatin, and they had three expressions of tomatin. They had the 12-year-old, they had the 15-year-old, and they had the 18-year-old. Well, they had four expressions. They had a Kubakan, which is slightly peated tomatin, which is the one I tried because I enjoy peated whiskey. And the Kubakan was good, and the reviews I've seen of it are good too, but I really wanted the 15 because the 15 was aged in ex-bourbon casks. I can't get 15. I can't find it anywhere. I haven't been able to find it. I think the last bottle was sold out just after the festival because somebody tried it at the festival and it was so good that it sold out right away. This one here is the Tomatin 12, and it's finished in Spanish sherry casks. So, sherry cask, you know how I am about sherry cask. It's kind of hit or miss. Usually it's a miss. But I wanted to try Tomatin. Being a Highland malt, I like Highland malts generally because their delicacy and their subtlety. And I think that my nose has somewhat recovered from the allergic reaction that I had. I mean, it should come on. 2 weeks of allergic reaction, that's too much. So I'm going to try this, and whether I will enjoy it or not, we'll find out. Whether I will taste anything, that leaves to be that needs to be seen too. Now let's get this guy open. Well, it looks like it opens easily enough. There we go. A little top off there, and the cork. Oh, love that sound. Tomatin 12-year-old. I've been wanting to try tomatin since January. Okay. It says here, distilled with pride since 1897. Tomatin Highland single malt, 12 years old. Get my other glasses so I can read this label. And aroma. A complex bouquet contains rich malt and fruity aromas. Well, let's see now. Rich malt and fruity aromas. Oh yes, malt all right. It's almost as malty as Cardew. And yes, I get the fruity aromas too. I get it. Got some on my finger. It is malty and it is fruity. It's not as fruity as like a Speyside. What's that stuff I got over there? I'm looking at it. This stuff here. It's not as fruity as a Balvenie. Here the fruit comes off from the cask rather than from. I'll stop babbling and taste it. Definitely sherry, definitely fruits. Dried fruits like figs, raisins. and malty, almost as malty as a Cardew. Interesting. What else does it say? Palate is rewarded with a unique combination of attractive flavors, a balance of stewed apples. Yeah, I'm getting that now in the aftertaste. Pears and malt. Gentle hint of nuttiness. I don't get the nuts, but I do get the malt. Finish. Smooth, sweet, and satisfying. Yeah, it's kind of raisiny. It's like sultanas in the finish. Oh, imported by USDP Princeton, Minnesota. Interesting. Government warning. And where did I pick this one up? I think I got that one down at the Strath. I think they get their stuff through the States. Interesting. I was looking for some Tomatin Legacy. I think they had some of that too. That was aged in an ex-bourbon cask as well. Well, this is good. See, if it wasn't as malty as it is, I wouldn't like it. But the malt balances the sherry cask, so it makes a nice experience. Yeah, I recommend that one. Now I'm going to try something completely different. You're going to look at me and say, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Talisker 10. This stuff is reputed to be spicy, salty, peaty, everything. Powerful, just bang. The reason I bought this is because in the States, actually in Europe, they started a new Talisker called Skye, which is named after the island, the Isle of Skye, where Talisker is being produced. And I heard a rumor that they're going to discontinue the 10, and they're going to like replace it with this Skye stuff, which is like a kind of watered down Talisker. It doesn't have the same spice, and it doesn't have the same salt, and it doesn't have the same peat and brine. And I remember having a bottle of Talisker 10, 15 years ago, and maybe even longer ago than that, and not liking it. But back then, I didn't know what I was talking about, and I didn't know how to drink whiskey. I didn't know how to appreciate it. So here we go. Talisker, produced by Diageo. Quality once again. Single malt Scotch whiskey from the rugged western shores of the Isle of Skye, comes a richly flavored maritime malt with a warming afterglow. So easy to enjoy, yet, like Skye itself, so hard to leave. The only distillery on the Isle of Skye, Scotland, yeah. Made by the sea, it says. So I'm guessing they have these dunnage warehouses right on the shore, and the salty waves are crashing against the dunnage warehouse all the time, and there's salt in the air, and the pop of the cork, and here we go. The classic Talisker 10. Pour myself a decent sized dram here. Now we get to nose this one. Oh yeah, definitely salt. I get the salt. Let's coat the glass a little more.
So your nose is working.
It's getting better. It's getting better. I'm definitely getting the salt of Talisker. This is a good thing. Yeah, definite salt. Oh, I'm getting some fruity notes. It's like take another good pull off of that. Fresh fruit, but it's in the background. In the front, you get mostly salt. And for some reason, I'm not getting a lot of peat. I'm just getting salt and some of that distant fruity note. I would have to say it smells a bit like pears. A bit. Okay. 10 years, so it should be 10 minutes in the glass. Let's get back to the tomatin a little bit. Oh yeah, definitely more fruity. And of course, very malty. A lot maltier than I thought it would be. It's a lot like I said, it's a lot like the Cardhu, but it's a little more fruity because of the sherry cask. We're 11 minutes already. I better try this Talisker real soon before I bore you all to death. Yeah, okay, here we go. Coat the glass a little more. One last sniff, and now I'm getting a bit of tar. There's a brine, and I'm tasting tar.
Oh, just like what I want to taste.
I'm drinking. It's a more subtle tar. It's not a overpowering like from the south of Islay. It's not like a Lagavulin or a Laphroaig. It's a subtle tar. It's a smoother tar. How else can I put it? It's like the tar that you put on a roller and you roll it on the tar paper on the roof, you know? And you know, no, it's a very smooth tar. It's nice. It's but you know, you don't get that. You don't get it in the nose at all. Like where with that Islay malt, you'll get it on the nose right away, but not this one. No. At first salty, a little bit fruity, a little bit grassy, like heather, and then it's got a thick syrupy mouthfeel, and then towards the aftertaste, that's when the tar comes in. I like it. Yes. Why didn't I said this in a restaurant not so long ago when I tried it. I said, why didn't I like this? Because I was inexperienced. That must be it. I find Talisker 10 quite approachable. Why mess with a good thing like this? Anyways, yeah, one more night to work, and maybe I'll do another whiskey review on a weekend. I got a couple bottles left that I haven't tried yet.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.